Thank you very much for joining me. Today we're going to talk about the best motovlogging setup in the whole wide world, and I'll tell you why. Why is it the best motovlogging system in the whole wide world? Because it's based on simplicity. Just as, you know, Apple products were made for people like me. They're just simplicity. And that's what I wanted out of a motovlogging setup or a camera system for my helmet, was something that's just simple to use. Because I embrace technology, but it doesn't mean I'm any good with it, does it? I put this system together and I gotta say, it blows me away because it is just simple. For a while I was running GoPros and I just got bad footage, bad audio. And yes, if you're very capable in the editing suite, you can totally correct any of that misfortune and nonsense. But I'm not that person. I just seem to make it worse when I put it into the editing suite that I'm using, and I just can't. If I have to adjust the audio, I can't get it right. So this system, for me, is perfect. And we'll take it out on the road in a bit and test it and show you how. Now there is one thing you have to do in the settings for this system, but I'll come back to that in a bit. Otherwise it just makes your audio sound like this. It was in my old helmet when I first got this system, and that would have been the footage where I was following Josh in the last video, How to Be a Better Rider video. And there was a lot of the footage that day that just the audio was shocking, and I couldn't work out why for quite a while, to be fair. I watched lots of YouTube videos, I was asking the question. I even asked the content team that worked for my agency, and they couldn't work it out. They didn't know why it was doing it. And I eventually sussed it, and I will show you at the end of this video what not to do. Don't make my mistake. Disclaimer. Of course I bought all this myself with the wife's money. I'm not big enough or smart enough to be able to get free stuff off anybody. So yes, I bought it with my own money, and I think it is worth every penny because of the simplicity of it. So basically what I've got is my lovely brand new Pioneer LS2, and this is the first time I've ever had a peaked adventure helmet. I did have a peaked helmet, a Ruroc Berserker. I wore it once, it's been in the box ever since, but that's another story. So I've had virtually every helmet on the market, from full face to flip front modulars to open face, and I still own those helmets. My Shoei that has been my go-to full face for the last nearly 5 years, has seen better days now. It's done the miles. So I wanted to try a peaked adventure helmet, but I didn't want to spend an astronomical amount of money on something I might not like. So I went for the LS2 Pioneer, and I got to say, I bloody love it for lots of reasons. And I will come back to that in another video when I do a review on this helmet. But for 90 quid, that's what I paid for this helmet. I bloody love it, and it's got some lovely features to it. So back to the motovlogging. I am going to change this. I just don't like this chin piece, and it was a Pacific chin piece for this helmet off eBay. It wasn't expensive. This one cost me 10 quid, but I don't like it, so I'm going to put one close to the helmet with a good old Sugru. The camera that I'm using for this system, and it's the one that I'm filming on now, is the DJI Action 5 Pro. You can do the same setup with the Action 4, as it enables you to Bluetooth a DJI microphone to it, and that's part of the simplicity of this for me. Originally I did try it with the DJI Mic 2, it was a good microphone, and you can pick them up for about 75 quid just for the microphone, but I found it quite big and bulky in the helmet. And then these were released a few weeks ago, which is the DJI Mini. They come in this, I bought the kit, 145 quid. Actually, I had some DJI credit on my account, and I think they cost me 135 in the end. And yeah, pretty much they come with a receiver, this lovely little charging box, 145 quid. The Action 5 Pro clicks straight on this little magnetic mount, which just makes it so simple for taking on, taking off. Yeah, so as you can see, I just stuck the DJI magnet onto the inside of the helmet. So yeah, pretty much DJI magnet, just stick it in there, leave it there forever, and then this lovely little DJI mic just clicks on like that. I pretty much position it, put it into the helmet. I'm quite a heavy breather due to missing half a lung, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That is the audio ready to go, installed in the helmet. So as for the setup, that's it. Camera on the front, microphone inside the helmet. And what I've found with the settings that I've got it set to the camera, and I'll come back to that in a bit, with the settings that I'm using, I'm not having to do anything in the editing suite. I might drop it down another -2. Apart from that, I think the audio is probably the best audio I've ever had. And it's something I've always struggled with, I'm not going to lie. Like I say, I'm the sort of man that needs things to be simple and easy. I'm going to go and do a bit of riding, I've got to go and pick my bike up, and we'll test it out, and you can tell for yourself, and you can tell me in the comments below, what do you think to the audio of this setup, and what setup do you use? You know, do you think this would be the perfect setup for you? Because what I know is it's the perfect setup for me. So this is my 2019 Triumph Scrambler 1200 XE, and I bloody love it. I will do a full owner's review of this bike and my thoughts and the time I spent on it in development. But as for today, this is just to see what this helmet's like with this motovlogging setup. See what the audio's like. Like I said, I like the simplicity of it. I like the fact with the DJI you just clip it on. Microphone's inside, no wires, no faff. So rather than go home, I thought I'd take a trip down memory lane and head to the Triumph Visitor Centre, which used to be my second home. If you've never been to the Triumph Visitor Centre, you definitely should. There's a free museum there, and there's a cafe that does a nice cup of coffee. Not I drink coffee, but does a nice cup of tea. I was just having a laugh with Dave, the guy at MOT my bike. He says, "You're absolutely mental, you are." And I'm like, well, this is the only difference is really, I'm not getting paid for it. But many a day would be spent out here in this weather, riding these sort of roads through the winter months for many a year. And do you know what? The only way to do it, and do it comfortably and do it safely, is with good kit. Like I say, heated gear was a game changer for me. I remember my first winter, I popped into the factory and there was a couple of other test riders there, and I was like, I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know if I could do this. And they're like, what do you mean? I went, I am absolutely freezing to death. I have got layer on layer on layer. I am like the Michelin man. I can't even move. I'm stuffing newspaper in places that I shouldn't be stuffing it. And they laughed at me and they went, heated gear. Heated gear, Lee. And I'm like, what the hell is heated gear? And that was it. Changed my life forever. I actually went to the bike show that November, probably 3 days after that conversation, and bought my first heated gilet and pair of gloves. And on that Monday morning when I went back to work, oh my God, it was a game changer. I got steam coming out my collar. So yeah, I'm heading to the good old Triumph Visitor Centre. Have a yab and say hello, but at the same time testing what the audio's like and how this setup is, if the camera's in the right angle on the chin pieces I've fitted. Because nothing ever goes smoothly. You know, you think, oh, that'll do, that's great, and then you go out and you come back and you're like, oh my God, I was looking at the tank the whole way round, or the audio is shocking. I do like the DJI products. I had GoPros for quite a while, and I just got to absolutely hate them in the end. I'd either lose audio or corrupt footage or just bad audio. And I'm not going to lie, the best thing I ever did was moving over to the DJI Action 5. It just seems to be, for me, I'm an old man, you know, when it comes to technology, I like technology and I embrace it, but sometimes I can't be doing with all the faff that comes with it.
So for me, when I looked at putting together a motovlogging setup, this just seemed to be the one. So like I say, I've got the DJI Action 5 Pro and I've got the Mic 2 just clipped in the helmet nicely. My wife dropped me off in the car. It was, as I say, it was -4. Got my good lady, my wife's following me today in the car because I picked her bike up first because both bikes have been MOT'd. She's got a Scrambler 900. But fortunately she's waiting for a new knee, which they're now not going to give her because she's too young. They're going to put her in a leg brace. And in this temperature, unfortunately, she's really struggling with her knee today. So I picked her bike up first, took it home for her. Because the plan was we were going to come out riding today, pick the bikes up, ride over to here, talk to you lovely people, and it was going to be my chance to introduce her to the channel, because I'd like her to be a part of it, because, you know, I believe she's got the experience. And I'll tell you for why she's got the experience, because she was also a development test rider for Triumph Motorcycles. We were the only couple ever to be development test riders for Triumph, as in, you know, a married couple, and she did nearly 700,000 miles in her time as a development test rider. She lost her job same time as myself, as did many, and it broke her heart, it really did. I say I struggled with it. This will probably be for her the second time she's actually come here since she lost her job, which, you know, we used to live here all the time. But here we are, look, Triumph Visit Centre. So yeah, so she has a wealth of knowledge as a female rider, which is always a good thing. So, you know, if any of you ladies that have subscribed, or gents that have ladies, then yeah, definitely put some comments down what you would like to see from a lady's perspective, if you like. And I'm going to start integrating her into the channel. Like I say, you can take the man out of Triumph, but you can't take the Triumph out of the man. And there she is. I absolutely bloody love this bike. Not that it was one that I had a lot to do with when it came to development. I rode the first prototype for 5,000 miles. Absolutely loved it. And I got put onto another project, as you do, and I says one day I'll come back to it, and I did. I bought one. Like I say, I absolutely love it. I know I love it because every time I walk away from it, I have to look round and get a glimpse before I walk off. This is my lovely lady, look, with a smile on her face. So the other benefit to this system is the fact that you can just whip it off your helmet, take the microphone out your helmet, and you've got your perfect vlogging setup for walking around and getting your footage. I do love this place. I shouldn't do, I really shouldn't, and I will make a video on that at some point if you'd like me to, about the trials and tribulations of what happened at Triumph in 2020. Well, what happened at Triumph in 2018, there's another story. A catastrophic story, but another story for another day. So yeah, tea and cake it is, and we're going to have a quick walk around the museum. Do you know what? I'm not going to show you that museum. You should come and see it for yourself, that's for sure. And yeah, we'll take it from there. I have managed to set up a little photo for my good lady and Mr. Dorothy Speed Shop, Nathan.
What's that testing?
How was your cake?
Fattening.
Fattening?
So Danny was telling me that Triumph actually own the Steve McQueen bike now. So Triumph have bought most of the collection, especially what they've got in there. They bought from Dick Shepherd, and they paid 1.5 million for that bike. Got the good lady the privilege of sitting on it, and also Nathan. Yeah, so I'm going to head home now, and hopefully the audio settings that I've got this on this trip, or this you know, this first test of this motovlogging setup with the DJI Action 5 Pro, the mini mic. I've got it set to -12 on the camera, but I've also got noise reduction on low on the camera. One mistake I did make when I was using the DJI Mic 2, the big one, which was quite bulky inside the helmet, which was what I filmed the footage with Josh in the How to Be a Better Rider video. And I hadn't realised that when I was putting the microphone into the helmet, if I pressed the button by mistake, it would adjust the noise cancellation on the actual camera, so it would either set it in high or off. And if it went on to high, and I didn't realise, I'd got quite a bit of footage where I got this really just annoying echo and like a clipping noise that I thought, what's going on, you know, I can't seem to crack this audio. And that was evident in a lot of the footage when I was following Josh. It wasn't until I was just mucking around with and that I realised it did that. So you're best to go off into the DJI app and turn off the capabilities of that button's doing that, and then you won't make that mistake. So I have set it to low just to see what it's like on low, and this is what it is. This is the audio I'm getting. And don't have it on high at all, noise cancellation or wind reduction. It will give you just this nasty echo. And I'll play this clip just to show you how bad it is. So yeah, to not have to endure that and start scratching your head, just make sure that the most you have it set to on the camera, if you have it set at all. I will do another on the next outing when I come out. I will try it with no wind reduction at all on the camera. I'm still on a -12 deficit. And then when I take the camera off the helmet and I'm just using it as a vlogging camera, I set the gain to about -4. Yeah, I can't feel it inside the helmet at all. With the Mic 2, which is quite big and bulky, yeah, you get a bit more functionality out the Mic 2. It was just too big to be shoving in my helmet. And then, ironically, a couple of weeks later, the DJI mini mics came out, and I was like, yeah, I think that's the answer. And like I say, I just like the idea of the fact that it's minimalistic. There's no stressing with fitting wires everywhere and microphones permanently in the helmet, because now I can take this system and it doesn't matter what helmet I'm wearing. You know, I've got a flip, I've got a full face, and I've got this lovely Pioneer LS2, which I've got to say I'm so impressed with. I will do a review on it. But as for the vlogging system, I think this is the one that is going to work best for me, which makes it the best motorcycle vlogging setup in the world.
Whatever is the easiest solution for me works best. Like I say, Apple products were definitely made for people like me. It's a system that is simple and you won't go wrong with it, you really won't. Well, thank you very much for clicking on this video and coming with me on this journey of the best vlogging system in the whole wide world. Like I say, I really do love the simplicity. Let me know in the comments below, what are you using? The thing that I'm really loving about this channel is the comments and the community that I'm building slowly but surely, because you know what, there really is no other community like the biking community. There really isn't. So thank you very much to all you new subscribers. Thank you very much for the likes and the thumbs up. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, help us grow. We'll catch you on the next one. Stay safe out there.